Oh my word. Oh my word. It's been a very long time since I've been this pumped up after a Steelers game, let alone a preseason game. The Pittsburgh Steelers have defeated the Seattle Seahawks. I think it was 32. Let me double check. 32-25. The overall score doesn't matter, but what I want to focus on today, guys, is the offense. I want to talk about the offense because that to me is fantastic. We had the quarterback play of Trubisky, Pickett, and Rudolph all excelling to a high caliber where, for the first time since the Big Ben era, it looked like we could move the football. Trubisky could be mobile. Kenny Pickett was fantastic in his first start as a black and gold Steeler. It's just, I thought even the running game was great too. So I want to point out a few things. I want to start with the quarterback first, and I'll go over a few stats, right? So I'm looking at my stats now, so I do apologize, but I'm just so amped about this game. If I go into the stats and we talk a bit about Mitchell Trubisky came out in the first team reps. The very first pass was to George Pickens. Nice route, good completion, brought that ball in, and he almost got a first down. Trubisky went 4 for 7, 63 yards, 9 average, and Trubisky got 1 TD as well. I liked how Trubisky ran down the field too. Got them in down the field, moved the sticks, and we had a wide open Gunnar Olszewski. So I thought Trubisky stood out as the quarterback number 1. However, there could be maybe a chance that Pickett might be starting sooner than later. Rudolph, my thoughts on Rudolph, I thought he kind of played how we see him play, the same way all the time. I thought with Rudolph there, he went 9 for 15, 93 yards, 1 TD. It was a great pass to George Pickens, and George Pickens made an outstanding catch and brought it in. However, I kind of thought it was 50-50. Mason Rudolph, he lost the football on the first snap. But the real deal, and what was so exciting as a Steelers fan, was Kenny Pickett in his first start in the black and gold uniform. That was so fun to watch. He went 13 for 15, 95 yards, 6.3 average, 2 TDs. He did get sacked twice. That's okay. It happens. Welcome to the NFL moment. He got sacked near the goal line where the Seahawks player dragged him down by the arm. But what do you do? I thought the QB play was fantastic. I thought the mobility, they were running around in the pocket and getting the football to the right place at the right time. I thought as well the motion play for the radar and Haywood motioning. I thought the Matt Canada offense, even without stars like Claypool, Deontay, Freiermuth, and Najee Harris, looked quite exciting. Let's put it that way. It was almost like a wow moment. Moving to a few other points I want to talk about on this offense. Anthony McFarland Jr. had a great game. We haven't seen him run like that in a very long time. Actually, maybe ever. He got 3 yards last year. Anthony McFarland had 7 carries for 56 yards, 8 average. He had a few times where he ran right into the pocket. He stopped. He cut off his right foot, and then went back the left way and made some people miss. I love that, right? Jaylen Warren had a great game, pushing for a contention to maybe be that running back number 3 or 4 on the roster. Really pushing for the contention to be like, hey, Warren's here. What's going to happen, Snell? If Snell, you're not available, well, then we might bring in Jaylen Warren to be, running back number 3. It could go Harris, McFarland, and Warren in that situation. Now, running back game as well. I liked it. They had 185 yards running, 6.9 average, and looks much better. Master Teague played well too, right? For a guy that's on the depth chart, maybe 4th or 5th behind Mateo Durant, he played pretty well too. He went north and south. I like what he did. There was one big play too with the Matt Canada offense that I liked as well. The Matt Canada offense, what I liked about it was, I guess, the unpredictability, and that hasn't happened for a long time. Every time we saw Big Ben go out there, we kind of knew what he was going to do, throw to the slot guy. He was never going to go deep. He was never going to go over the middle. He didn't really get, like, Big Ben was okay, but like near the end, just nothing was happening, right? In this offense, we had time in the pocket. The offensive line held up enough. Yes, there were a few sacks, but I like what happened. I like how they used the running backs in the pass game. They got, I think it was Jaylen Warren who caught the football and almost died for a touchdown. So he got a few receptions there too. Now, there are a few other points I want to make in this offensive video. I like the player, Connor Haywood. He pretty much played the whole game. Connor Haywood played the whole game. He was in motion as tight end, second tight end. Kevin Rader was tight end number 1. However, Connor Haywood was at tight end in motion and in that flex position where, like, is he going to be, blocking? Is he going to be break out into a certain route and get the football. Connor Haywood did get, I think, 2 receptions for 24 yards. And I like that. I like that mobility that he showed. He had good hands as well. Another standout too was Steven Sims. Steven Sims in the rushing game got one 38-yard rush that no one saw. Absolute nobody saw what happened. Steven Sims caught the football on the end around, the reverse, faked out the defense, and he was away to the races, got 38 yards. I love that, and I like how the Matt Canada system can do that. And what I saw today was more mobile, more fast, and even some completions that weren't there, that the ball was still on target. I think Miles Borker made a good catch too, right? Receiving-wise, we saw as well what Gunnar Olszewski can do. Three receptions, 47 yards, 1 TD. George Pickens, of course, went out, 1 TD. Tyler Vaughn's got a TD near the end. And Jalen Warren got a TD too. So Jalen Warren had 4 receptions of 30 yards for a running back, and his longest was 10. Connor Haywood is in, like I said, Jay Sternberger. All these guys played into that Matt Canada system where the motion was actually making sense. They were motioning players left or right to give themselves the advantage, and they were either going to run the football, a halfback toss. It was going to work in their favor for the offense. Whereas what we saw the last 2 years and last year with Big Ben, the motion was so predictable and it was never going to work. You and I could have figured it out. Anyone could have figured it out, right? So I'm extremely happy. But let me know in the comments below. I want to leave you this question, all right? If you make it this far, please answer this question. Who was your MVP on the offense? Your MVP player? Please let me know. My MVP player for the offense was Connor Haywood. I thought he played a fantastic game, and he played a good special teams game as well, and some nice tackles. Who's your guy? Who's your guy on the offense that you said, you know what, it's a standout? Was it Pickett? Was it Pickens? Was it the wrecking ball that is Jalen Warren? Was it another guy, Gunnar Olszewski? Did he surprise you? Who's the MVP for you and your offense? But guys, thank you for listening to Pittsburgh Steelers Syndicate. And myself and Owen can't wait to break down this whole week and look forward to another week in preseason versus the old Jaguars. As always, here we go, Steelers. Here we go.